Hey Bruins, I hope you're doing well and you're staying healthy and safe. This week we're going to read from the book of James. We're going to continue in the book of James. Then I'll give you your workout and we're going to talk about our little Zoom meeting that we're going to have on Wednesday. So again, we're in the book of James, chapter 5. Today we're just going to read two verses. They are verses 7 and 8. So James chapter 5, verse 7 and 8. If you remember all that we've talked about in James, it is basically a letter written to these people telling them that these are things that they need to fix. And there's a lot of things that we've talked about in James, right? When troubles come your way, make it an opportunity for great joy. We've talked about how not judge. We've talked about how to be patient. We've talked about a lot of things in this book, and it covers a lot, which is one of the reasons I like it. Today we're going to talk about patience once again, and here's what those two verses say. It is, "Dear brothers and sisters, be patient as you wait for the Lord's return. Consider the farmers who patiently wait for the rains in the fall and in the spring. They eagerly look for the valuable harvest to ripen. You too must be patient. Take courage, for the coming of the Lord is near." So here James is telling the people that they need to be patient because Jesus is coming. And at the time, there was a lot of bad things going on. And the people were just, they needed something to encourage them. And James tells them that they just need to be patient because Jesus is coming. Okay, and he uses an example. He talks about farmers and how they are consistently being patient because when they plant their crops, the crops don't grow right away, right? I don't know if you guys have ever done projects where you're like, you plant some seeds and you have to water it, you have to put it in the sun and all that stuff, right? It's not overnight that it happens. Your plant doesn't grow overnight. It takes a long time. And so these farmers, they have to plant their crops and they have to wait. It says the rains in the fall and in the spring. So they're almost waiting an entire year for their crops to grow so that they could sell it or use it or whatever they do. And that's a lot of patience, right? It takes a lot of patience. And here James is telling us that we also must be patient, okay? That Jesus is coming. Now, if we apply this to nowadays, you see a lot of problems in this world, right? You see a lot of things that are wrong, a lot of things that need to be fixed. And those problems don't get solved overnight. There are some things you can solve right away. And you can say, I'm going to fix that and I'm going to go do it right now. But there are things that you just can't fix right away. And so you need to be patient about it, right? If little by little you fix it every day, then it's going to help. Same with your plant. If you put a seed in the dirt and little by little every day you water it, you have sun on it, it's going to slowly grow, right? So it takes a lot of time. It takes patience. This whole quarantine thing that we've had to be patient. I want to get out and coach. I want to go play games and I want to do stuff. But we have to be patient about it, unfortunately. And it's the same for you guys. You're probably bored at home. You've just been stuck, nothing to do. And I would tell you just to be patient. Things are going to get better. Things will get fixed. And something like this, it just takes a while, unfortunately. And like I've been telling you this whole time, hopefully pretty soon we'll come back. I don't know when that is. But I do hope that pretty soon we will get together and be able to do stuff. But this is a good reminder from James to tell us to be patient. Because things will get better. Okay? Here's your workout for this week. This time, you're going to be doing 10 minutes. You're going to do a workout for 10 minutes. Okay, 10 straight minutes. No breaks unless you're dying and you absolutely have to have water. Okay, you're going to do, the first one says a 10-yard sprint. You're going there and back. So you find somewhere in your yard, on the sidewalk, anywhere you want. Step off 10 yards. That's like 10 big steps. And you're going to sprint to that spot and you're going to sprint back. Okay, then you're going to do 10 burpees when you get back. You're going to do 10 push-ups. And you're going to do 30 crunches. Okay, and then you start over. So you're doing this for 10 minutes straight. Should be a pretty tiring workout. Hopefully you do like 4 or 5 rounds of this in 10 minutes. I don't know, it depends who you are. But this is your workout. Okay, you're doing this for 10 minutes, right? Now on Wednesday, we're going to have our Zoom meeting at 5:30 like we do most weeks. And we're going to play a game again. Hopefully more of you get on there. Our first winner was Devin, and this last week Jackson won the game. So I'm sure they'll be back and they want to win again. Everyone else is going to try to come back and take that throne from them. As far as care activities go, we are still waiting to get back. I don't know what will happen or when we can come back. But there is one thing I want you guys to do, and it is to pray. I want you guys to pray. There's a lot of things we can pray for right now. We can pray for our country. We can pray for the leaders of our country to make the right decisions. We can pray for Care Youth League to be able to come back with your team and be able to play sports again. So there are a lot of things you can pray for, and I want you to do that. So if you can remember every day to do it before you go to bed, pray. Okay, prayer does help a lot, and it helps us to be patient. It helps us to trust that Jesus is coming. He's going to help us. So make sure you're just praying. All right, I will see you guys on Wednesday, and 5:30 on Wednesday. Hopefully I get to see you in person pretty soon.